In this session, I'm going to give you the model answers of Unit 5, The Adventures of an Understudy. Let's come to understanding the text. The first question. The game had begun. What was the game? What would happen if they won or lost the game? Yes, children, see the model answer. The game refers to the clever plan that Rezendel was going to execute with the help of Colonel Sapt and Frizz, in which he would take the place of King Rudolph and participate in the coronation ceremony. It was essential that the king showed up for this politically significant event, failing which the king's half-brother Black Michael would take over the throne. But the king had been found unconscious and was not in a state to attend the ceremony. This led to his look-alike Rezendel playing the king's part for a day. If they won the game, all would be well, and the king himself could rule over Britannia. But if the truth was found, Black Michael would seize the throne of Britannia. Now children, let's come to question number 2. How did Rezendel prepare for the role he was to play? Now children, see the answer. Rezendel prepared for the role by taking instructions from Colonel Sapp. He told Rezendel about King Rudolph's personal history, his family, tastes, weaknesses, friends, companions, and servants. This was to make Rezendel prepare to pose as King Rudolph at the coronation. He was also trained in the etiquette of the Ruthenian court. He was dressed in royal clothes with a sword in its scabbard, a revolver, and a helmet to look the part he was supposed to play. Let's come to question number 3. Which line in para 6 shows us that Rezendel feared for his life? Find other lines in the story where Rezendel, Sapt and Frizz express the same fear. Children, see the answer. The line, "The last thing I did was to feel if my revolver was handy and my sword loose in the scabbard." Para 4 indicates that Rezendel was well aware of the mortal threat involved in the risky endeavor he had chosen to undertake. However, at the same time, he was trying to manage his fear as best as he could. This fear for life was even in the hearts of Colonel Sapt and Frizz. Colonel Sapt prayed, "God, send we may be alive tonight," to which Frizz replies, "Amen," thus revealing the same fear. Number 4. Sapt and Frizz put their lives in danger to save the throne from Michael. What can we infer from the relationship between King Rudolph and Sapt and Frizz from the text? Children, see the answer. Sapt and Frizz proved themselves to be worthy and loyal friends of King Rudolph when they agreed to put their lives in danger to save the throne from Black Michael. Even In the absence of the king, they agreed to the dangerous ploy just for the sake of the king and his kingdom. Let's come to question number 5. Does the text tell us why Resendel would agree to such a risky task? Do you think he was brave, foolish, and adventurous? What choice would you have made in such a situation? Now, students, for the first part, I've given you the answer, and the second part, you would have to write your own. Now, let's see. In many occasions throughout the text, Resendel has expressed his thrill at playing the part of the king. He had a sense of adventure and is brave enough to take risks. There are many instances where his fear of getting caught almost compelled him to flee. To flee means to run away, particularly when he faced with the keen scrutiny of Black Michael. However, he continued bravely and was eventually successful. On one hand, Resendel comes across an adventurous, risk-loving person, and on the other, he shows bravery in the face of adversities. Adversities means the bad situation of life. Children, let's come to the last question of understanding the text. Why is the text called The Adventures of an Understudy? Do you think Resendel was a good understudy? Give at least 2 examples to support your answer. Yes, children, see the model answer of the last question. Question number 6. In regular use, the word understudy refers to a person who learns another's role in order to be able to act at short notice in their absence. The text is called The Adventures of an Understudy because it brings out the story of Resendel, a simple man who, just like an understudy, played the part of a real king in the latter's absence. He looked exactly like King Rudolph and hence played his part, attending his coronation in order to save the throne from Black Michael. He proved himself to be a good understudy who prepared well for his role with the help of Sapt and Frizz, so that he could portray the king as accurately as possible. Since this ploy was a great adventure for Resendel, the real life understudy of King Rudolph, the title is justified as The Adventures of an Understudy. So children, I have already given you model question answers of understanding the text. In my next video, I'll be giving you the other answers.